quicker we can move the agenda along. Mr. Silkworth.
Good evening, President Gill and Vice President Corkadell, Dr. Alana, distinguished board members. My name is Robert Silkworth. I'm here this evening as a member of the High School Concerns Group and the ASI CAC Advisory Group. The great news, thanks for the opportunity to collaborate. These groups have already met several times, and we have discussed concerns about performance matters, redo issues, workload issues for special ed teachers, the role of DCs, the role of restorative practice in our schools, and of course teachers covering classes because of lack of substitutes. For the most part, these are issues that we seem to discuss every year, and we need to tweak them a little bit. This year is my 48th year as a teacher. You might remember that last year I told you that last year was one of my most difficult and challenging years, and it was. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the job of a teacher is overwhelming. That is sometimes why we lose teachers early in the year. I want to try to help you understand from my perspective as a veteran classroom teacher. I always tell young or new teachers that the most important thing in the beginning of the year is the building of that relationship piece between the teacher and students. When we look at these new faces, we do not know one another. There is no bond which connects us. In French, they call it un lien. We don't have that lien. This lien is essential if learning and growth are to take place. As I often do, I ask some of my students at the beginning of the year to do something. I give them this statement. I say, complete this. If my teacher only knew. I want to share a few of these with you this year. This is what a student said to me. If my teacher only knew that my mom had to go to the hospital and she died a few weeks ago. If my teacher only knew that I have serious anger problems and I can't focus in your class, I'm not going to pass. If my teacher only knew that I cannot complete all of my work because I have to go home and take care of my brothers and sisters every day. If my teacher only knew that I've been so angry and out of focus because my brother was shot and he's in the hospital. If my teacher only knew that my mom has an addiction and she seems to care more about that than me. If my teacher only knew that I'm hungry, my parents are out of work, there's not much to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is from one class. So now I know a little bit about my students. And although I do not have all the answers, I know that part of my job is to help my students cope with the issues they face each and every day. That's my job. And it can be overwhelming. Ladies and gentlemen, there's good news. 48 years experience, I worked a little magic. The student who lost his mom is back at school and coping well. The student with anger management problems finished Q1 with 81% when she failed every course last year. The student caring for siblings is also passing all classes and is better organized. The brother who was upset and angry about his brother being shot is happy his brother survived. The student who is bitter about her mom's addiction is coping much better and has a better understanding of her problem. She is much more understanding, she's less bitter. The student who was hungry sometimes still needs help, and at North County High School, guess what? That's what we do. This student knows where to go. As educators, it is our job to know our students and to care about them, and that's the importance of the relationship piece. Ladies and gentlemen, we all must know about one another, our students, our colleagues, our fellow board members. We all must challenge ourselves to build relationships in a positive manner each and every day so that we can meet the needs of the people we serve. It can be overwhelming, but ladies and gentlemen, failure is not an option. I guess